What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So the other day I uploaded a Nezha video and I didn't do all the right stuff when I uploaded it. So I'm re-recording this because there was some things that I figured I could have left out of the first iteration anyway. And so we're just going to cover the important stuff in this video. The important stuff in this one is Nezha. Nezha is a Warframe that I used to use a lot, and I've really started to use him a lot here recently just because I forgot how fun he was. I used him for about 10 mastery ranks or so and had a blast with him, and once I ran into Chains of Hero, I never really touched Nezha all that much anymore, and I've found a lot of good stuff with this Warframe, and unfortunately I see a lot of people Helminth his fourth ability, the one that I see switched out a lot, and I feel like that is a big whoopsie daisy because his fourth ability is so strong if paired with the right things that it can literally kill every enemy that you see behind me right now, and you don't even have to fire a bullet and you don't even have to melee, they just die. So if you're curious as to what I might be talking about, let's take a little deeper look into Nezha. So here we are in the simulacrum. We're going to go ahead and they're actually already spawned, but I want to show you. I'll just go ahead and kill them. Corrupted heavy gunners, all 20 of them. Steel path, enemy level 170. I can't go any higher than that because I am mastery rank 28, and these enemy levels do scale with the amount of mastery rank that you have. So we're going to go ahead and simulate them. They are paused, and if I go down here, do his fourth ability, pop into operator, and just go ahead and give him a little lethal dose of that right there and just wait. Just for a second. It doesn't take very long, but you can see one by one, they all fall down. If you were a little confused by that, well, we'll just go ahead and simulate that one more time. We'll come down here, drop Nezha's fourth ability. For God's sake, stop helmeting this thing. A little lethal dose. Jen, you ain't got to worry about it, bro. They're going to fall down regardless. Don't even worry. There they go. Now, I know that's impressive because that was impressive to me when I first figured it out. I haven't seen anybody cover that, and that is a quick two-shot combo that instantly kills everybody in sight. However, it does get better. If we go ahead and simulate them one more time, they are going to be paused. And this time, we're going to toss the Chakram, Nezha's second ability. Just hit him one more time, just so it spreads around real even like. And now watch all of the health and all of the energy for you and your allies to pick up whenever you should need it. Now in this pool of health and energy, I'm going to burn Nezha's fourth until we can't do it anymore. And this ability is going to cost me 155 energy because our efficiency is dipped into a little bit. And here we go. You'll see down on the bottom the conversion that the health is giving us in energy is almost at 1,000. Just topped 1,000. 1,061 health converted into energy. Now see, we could spawn them in. Hit them with the Chakram. Hit them with the 4. Hit them with the Chakram again maybe. And then just start lighting them up. But this, in my opinion, is a distraction because we could be focusing on anything else right now because we already know we have the ability to kill them without even firing a bullet into them. So let's go ahead and take a look under the hood of Nezha real quick. First we'll go over the Archon shards that I have in place, and these are pretty important because of the way we have our mods set up. So on the right they are organized. These two Tau Forged are going to increase our armor by 225 each. That gives us 715 armor, and that's pretty important because Nezha's third actually scales with armor. If you don't know what his third ability is, it's where he puts the hula hoop over himself for protection. And in this build, we can actually put that hula hoop on allies and companions and specters even. And most importantly is defense point, whether it's excavators, the thing that you defend on defense missions, whatever that may be, and also the mobile defense terminals. Now also the Tau Forged yellow one here, the amber one, is plus 75% effectiveness on energy orbs, and essentially what this means is you get more energy per energy orb picked up. And these two on the left are simply just increasing our energy max, and we kind of need this because we're not using a primed flow or anything like that with this build, so this actually helps us a lot and just keeping a little bit extra energy, especially since we use so much because our efficiency is so low. The second thing we'll look at is Naramon. Now, what makes Naramon so good with Nezha, obviously, if we haven't covered that already, is the combo counter. Once you get your combo, whether it's up at 2 times combo, 5 times, 12 times, if you're using the Vinca Primes, it can be 13 times. But whenever you have a combo counter, when it decays, when that bar on the bottom right starts to go down, instead of it going from whatever your combo counter is straight to 0, in the Naramon Focus School, it just goes down by 1. So if you're 5 times multiplier, you'll go down to 4, and then the bar runs out, it goes down to 3, and so on. So with Nezha using the Naramon School and him able to stop a lot of enemies and spike them up on those divine spears, melee is really important to him, and his melee builds up really fast, it decays really slow, and his melee is always at the ready. However, what also makes this so important as far as a school is this right here, lethal levitation. This is what we're using when we spike them up and they all fall down. Additional 50% weapon damage per lifted enemy attacked by the operator. And this essentially means, I know it reads like your operator's doing the extra damage, and they can because it shows in the description Warframe and operator, but the operator is the one doing the ability to lift them. The operator can do more damage, but also so can your Warframe. And this lasts for 60 seconds and it stacks up to 4 times. So what makes this so good is that wave that cruises along the ground is actually going under all of those spikes, because everybody's stationary, it's easy to hit this shot. And if we look under Nezha's hood right here, first up we have growing power. Status effect with weapon increases ability strength by 25% for 6 seconds. I don't know if you noticed, but when I dove into the enemies every single time, Jin was already beaming them with his Verglas, and this was already counting towards my ability strength by 25%. So it doesn't have to be your weapon, it can also be your companion's. Vigilante Pursuit, not really worried about the enemy radar as much as we're worried about the 25% chance to enhance critical hits from primary weapons. Arcane Vitality plus 100 health, not really worried about that, but what we are worried about is the status effects from abilities that deal heat damage will be applied twice. So since Nezha's kit revolves around heat damage and fire, well, it only makes sense just to put this on and everything proc twice. And so it only makes sense just to amplify that much more. Adaptation, even though we do have Nezha's third ability, Warding Halo, which is going to absorb damage and give you 90% damage reduction, what adaptation adds to that is another 90% damage reduction. While your third is protecting you probably more than enough in most cases, adaptation is going to be that backup and providing a lot more protection. There's really no way to die with this Warframe, so long as you're paying attention to when your ring is up and your health. But there's so much health and energy on the ground at the same time that even if you find yourself in a bind, you'll have a lot of stuff on the ground to pick up. Reaping Chakram and Safeguard, these are 2 of Nezha's augments. Reaping Chakram, each enemy hit increases the ring's damage by 2 times and the chance for enemies to drop health orbs on death by an added 25%. And Safeguard is Nezha's third ability, can now be cast on allies with 50% effectiveness. Equilibrium, really important for this build. Health pickups give 110% energy, energy pickups give 110% health. So you're low on health, energy will convert itself into health, and if you're low on energy, health orbs will convert itself into energy. Blind Rage and Transient Fortitude for the ability Strength, and this is where our efficiency kind of takes a dip, and also duration takes a dip, but we have that picked back up by Prime Continuity, which puts us at 128. The Arcanes here, Molt Augmented on kill, 0.24% ability strength, stacks up to 250 times. If you don't have a calculator, this equals to an even 60% ability strength, plus we have growing power adding another 25% to that. You're looking at 254% plus 80%, I believe, so it's somewhere around 330 340% ability strength once all this stuff is kicked in, and all you have to do is get kills with anything from Molt Augmented and growing power. If you have a companion like I do, they're always getting proc with status, so this is almost always going to be active. The second arcane is Arcane Rage, and since I use the Burst in Incarnon, I'm going for headshots, some extra primary damage coming along with that. You could also put in Arcane Energize if you wanted to. That would make sense too, because if you're picking up energy from the ground, you could also be supplying your allies with even more energy if what's on the ground is not enough. So I hope this video has opened your eyes a little bit to Nezha's kit, why I think his Divine Spears are just so good. Never been a fan of the Helminth all that much, and I just kind of wanted to show off what I think about Divine Spears and the synergy it has with everything within this build. Nezha is such a versatile Warframe. He can provide energy and health to his teammates. He can protect his teammates from damage. He can protect the objective from damage. He can do a lot of damage. His Chakram can spread to so many different enemies and stun them, and also give them that aura to cue them to drop a health orb or an energy orb or both when they get killed. Look guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is my second build video. That's all I got for you today. I'm out of here, man. Peace.